Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a quick review talking about the features on this brand new Roomba 405 model number G181. Now I have a video that I show you how well it cleans, how to set it up for the first time. This one I'm just going to quickly talk about the features. Now Roomba also has another 405 called the G185. I will be doing a comparison with this one. They're pretty much identical though. Now I did buy this with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video. It's retailing for $800 right now. That's full price. That's what I paid for it. That's way too much money for what you're getting for a robot. Hopefully it will go on sale. That other model 405 is on sale for $550. That's not too bad of a price. But for $450, you can get a Roborock Q-Revo S that is much better, or a Dream L10S. But if you're thinking about getting this one again, I'm going to talk about the features. So this robot vacuum cleaner will vacuum and mop your house at the same time. Now, I do like that this robot has LiDAR navigation. That's super important. It can map your house. After it maps your house, you can get in the Roomba home app, and then you can divide up your house into different rooms. You can put no-go zones. So if you have a robot that gets stuck on cables and stuff, you can put a no-go zone around it. Now, also, because it has LiDAR navigation, it can vacuum and mop in nice straight lines. That's really nice. And you can put it on a schedule. Have it vacuum in one room one day, mop another room on another day. Now, this base station is going to do a lot of things. It's got a clean water tank. You're going to fill this up, take this over to the sink, fill that up with clean water, and then here's a dirty water tank that you got to empty once in a while. So with that, the base station will be docked, and the base station can wash the mop pads. So this robot can mop your floor. This is spinning mop pads. Now there's not an onboard water tank, but the base station down here, when it's washing the mop pads with water from the clean water tank, it's going to set the wetness on the mop pads. The docking station does that during the washing. Now it doesn't use hot water to wash the mop pads. So that's when it first starts cleaning. It's going to set the wetness level of these. And then the theory is, the robot's going to mop. These are going to be spinning, and it has to capture the mud inside here. And then in the app, in the Roomba app, you're going to tell it how often to go back to the base station and wash these mop pads. Every 50 square feet, up to 150 square feet. And then it'll go start cleaning again. It's got a single brush roller. You do get a little bit of hair wrap on it. Since it's got a single brush roller, it's not split or anything in the middle. It's got a side brush. It does have a carpet sensor. Now, I do like that it has a carpet sensor, because when the robot senses carpet, it can raise these mop pads so that it doesn't get your carpet wet. Now, it doesn't raise them super high. Now, a really thick carpet like that, it's going to drag the mop pads across, even with them raised up. But if you have like a rug or something, with that low profile carpet, it is able to raise it up above that. Now, back here, this is where it's going to vacuum your house. Everything's going to go into this dust bin. And then when the robot is done vacuuming, it's going to come back to the base station, and there's another vacuum going to kick on inside of here, and it's going to suck everything out of the robot through this little port right here. Right here. Everything gets sucked into this dust bag. And then you got to replace this dust bag about every 2 to 3 months. It's super easy. You just pull this out, and then you throw it away. There's hardly any... it's a very clean operation when you have to change the dust bag. You're not getting really dirty. The only really dirty part is, emptying out the dirty water tank, which you can see here it is. Been cleaning my floors a little bit. You have to clean that out to prevent odor. And you do have to clean this filter on the back side of here every once in a while. This filter right here. Now they do give you a nice little tool here in the door. You can cut those long hairs off. Once in a while, you will need to just take the brush roller off. These ends come off. The long hairs typically wrap up around the ends, and so you just take those ends off and then pull the long hairs off. Now again, around back, this is where it's going to charge the robot when it's in the base station. These are alignment pins. There is no onboard water tank. So again, it sets the wetness. So when you first tell it to go clean a room that you want to vacuum or mop, it's going to wash the mop pads with water right here, and then that's going to set the wetness on the mop pads. At the end of the job, it does the same thing, sucks the water up into the dirty water tank. And at the very end of the job, when it's all done, it's going to blow room temperature air onto the mop pads to dry them. Now, I do like the Roomba app because it maps your house. You can divide your house up into different rooms, and it shows you right where it cleans. Here we can see a cleaning history on when the robot cleaned my house. Now I do like that in the settings here, you can tell it to vacuum and mop. You can do vacuum only, mop only, or vacuum then mop, which is really important. When you tell it to vacuum first and then mop, it doesn't wash the mop pads right away. So it's going to go vacuum your house. The mop pads are dry, so it's not dragging wet mop pads around your house. Then after all the vacuuming's done, then it's going to come back, wash the mop pads, and then it starts mopping. Now again, with this Roomba app, there's all kinds of automations. You can have this set it up to clean a certain room on a certain day. You can connect it to your smart speakers and have it do that whenever it senses that you're leaving and different things like that. So lots of possibilities with this that you got to set up in the app. Now, probably the one thing this thing is not great on is obstacle avoidance. So it does have this sensor on the front, but this is mainly for getting it back to the docking station because there's another sensor that's transmitted to help it dock. If it's tall enough that the LiDAR can hit it, like 3 inches, it will try to avoid it. But if it's lower than this, this robot typically does run stuff over. So you do have to pick with the 405, you do have to pick stuff up off the floor. Cables, kids' toys, things like that. Now again, if it's like a tall shoe, it's going to try to avoid it. Or if it's heavy enough to activate the bumper, it will turn it around. But for a small cable or something, it's probably going to run it over, and it just wraps it up in that brush roller. Now you're going to notice one thing. It doesn't have my Just a Dad sticker seal of approval. That's because of price point. At $800, this has hardly anything that an $800 robot should have. The price point on this should be about $350, $400 because of no obstacle avoidance. It doesn't use hot water to wash the mop pads. It doesn't use hot air to dry them. Very few features in the app as far as settings. You can't set the wetness level in the mop pads. I do prefer ones that have internal water tanks, but there is a place for these that don't. Now there is a Roomba 505, and it's got it's basic, well, it's not the same. It's almost the same, but it has a sensor on the front that it can avoid obstacles much, much better. And again, there's the 405. Even the Eufy X10 Pro Omni is a little bit better robot than this Roomba. Setting this up for the first time can be a little tricky. Right out of the box, as soon as you connect it to your smartphone, it's got an update, which takes about 30 minutes. And sometimes that fails. Sometimes I got a full video on that. This Roomba app, while it's much improved over their old one, it's got some, when you start using it every day, you're going to learn it. It's got some kind of hidden features and things. Things are kind of in, like there's the robots and there's the automation. So it's different than other apps I'm used to using, but you will get used to it. Again, you lack features of like room sequence, something like a Dream or a Roborock. You can tell it what rooms to clean in what order. The spot clean is very small area. But compared to their older app, this is a much, much improved app. So if you want to see my full lineup of robots that have my Just a Dad sticker seal of approval, go to justadadapproved.com. And there you can see the robots that I approve of. They have good price points, lots of features. I've tested them. I love them. A lot of them I've taken them to my house, done 3, 4 months, 6 month testing. Oops, sorry, my hair is a mess. Anyway, I really do appreciate everybody's support. Again, I use links. If you purchase this product using my link, the product doesn't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. That way I can do these honest reviews. I bought that with my own money. It wasn't paid for this video. Roomba wouldn't want me to say that, but it is for me about price point. If you've got $500, $550 to spend, that's not even when that's when this is on sale, if it ever goes on sale, which I imagine it will. You can get a better robot for that amount of money. But if you end up getting this one on sale, just know what you're getting. You're gonna have to pick stuff up before it vacuums. It's gonna get entrapped in a few things, but the app is relatively good. It's mapping your house. You can put no-go zones, so you're gonna have a relatively good user experience with it. I probably should put a Just a Dad sticker seal approval on it for that because, as long as you know what the capabilities of it are. But for me, I don't know if that price point is ever going to get down to where I approve of that price point. So again, I really do appreciate everybody's support. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.